30 seconds before we actually get started. I hope you're all doing well. Forgive me for my coffee. I'm had a little bit of an emergency with the family, and you know, we're all back in order. I want to make sure I got on here at 6 o'clock to get going. You know what? Just in case my earbuds aren't working, I'm going to go with without earbuds because I don't want to have this recorded and not be recording my voice. So hope you're all doing well. My name is Rich Mitchell. I'm really excited to be here, and I wanted to welcome you. What we're trying to make sure you get out of tonight is that you can be successful, and how you're going to be successful with the tools that are offered in the 4% Success Challenge. So I'm gonna I learned a few things. I want to share my screen, so I'll be doing that throughout. Let's see, in browser. So just bear with me as don't bear with me. You're going to be, it'll be pretty easy once we get going here. But I want to, right now you can't see me. I can't see you. Don't like that. Okay. So there we go. So I'm sharing my screen, and as far as I know, you can see my screen. So I want to get back up to the top. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is everything you need to know to start and grow a 6-figure affiliate marketing business step by step. So here we go. I want to introduce myself. My name is Rich Mitchell. I am a proud promotional partner of the 4% Success Challenge. I started off in February. I'm having a great time with it, and I'm really excited to help you get into this program, because ultimately it's changed my life, and my job, my responsibility is to make sure that this can change your life. So this is what I'm after tonight. This is what I'm going to show you tonight, and how to do it, right? So to get pumped. If you have any questions, or if you're here, let me know by just saying hey, and I can see my chat button here, and I'll try to respond to your questions. I also check my email right quick, make sure there's no questions there. And then listen, what I'm going to do is just kind of introduce myself a little bit in terms of what's happening with me, and then I'll go ahead and get right into the tools and the different things that you'll be experiencing when you join the 4% Success Challenge. So listen, here I'm right off the bat. This is what I'm going to do tonight. Okay, I'm going to convince you to invest $3,000 in yourself. You believe me? $3,000 in yourself. You with me? You can do that? I hope you can do that, because that's what you're after tonight. Okay, you're going to invest $2,997. I'm going to give you $3 off. $3 off. I'm going to give you $3 off, $2,997, so that you can improve your life, become a 4% Success Challenge person, a 4%er, and enjoy the benefits and all the program. Learn how to do this, and take it to the top, baby, because that's what I'm doing, and I'm really excited, because that's what my job is, to make sure that I help you do the same thing. All right, so just to qualify, just to talk about myself a little bit, like I said, I started in February. This is something that I came into. I don't know how I got into the 4% Success Challenge in terms of like where I found out about it. But ultimately, I had two things happen to me. And you might have heard me talk about this if you've been following me a little bit. But number one was I was driving for Uber and realizing that I wasn't making any money. And eventually I got a call on a Saturday where there's someone called, or someone did text it or whatever, and said they needed a ride I don't even know, they needed a ride. So I went to the house. There's 4 people, and I had to take them to a bar. And it's one of my favorite bars. I don't really go out to bars very much, but when I do, this is a really cool one that I want to go to. Sorry, there's a fly somehow in here that I would want to go to. And I thought, I want to be going to a bar at noon on a Saturday to watch a game or to do whatever it was that they were doing. I wanted to do that. Instead of me driving them to it, I wanted to be the one to call Uber. And that's sort of like, that kind of pinned me down in terms of like, what am I doing here? Uber is like, I'm making like, $6. Half of that's going back into gas and wear in the car, and no one's talking to me. It's a lonely Saturday. It's ridiculous. So I stopped. And I stopped doing that. I was away from my family. That wasn't the idea. The idea was to be with my family. Second thing was, listen, this is insane. So I had my kids my wife was out, I think running, and I was making dinner. So the dinner was, and the kids were all excited, pepperoni pizza. This big pepperoni pizza from a warehouse grocery store named Aldi. And no slight on Aldi. I mean, this is something that happened. It's just kind of a fluke thing. But ultimately, I get the oven's all warmed up. I'm all excited because the kids are excited. Pizza's going in the oven. I tear open the cellophane, and there's a bee, like a yellow jacket, a bee frozen inside the cellophane in the pizza. Now, here's the thing. I've been in the Army. I've ridden across the country 4 times on my bicycle, and 6 times during the entire summer I rode my bicycle and camped. Okay? A bee in my food is not a worry. But I have 3 kids now, and I was not serving a bee-flavored pizza to my kids. So I decided to scrap it. I threw it away. I told my wife about it. And we stopped. I told her stop going to Aldi. We're going to we're going to Giant. We're going to get better food for our kids, and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it work, and we're just going to do that because we were going to Aldi because we I was trying to make ends meet and just take care of things. So how many of you have been in that situation before? You've been, well, maybe not a bee in the pizza, but how many of you have been in a situation where you're just trying to make ends meet? That's probably what you're doing here right now, right? That's why you're involved and at least listen to me with this webinar. So that's what I'm going to try to go over today in terms of how you get yourself out of that. Okay, and that's where the 4% Success Challenge comes in. So there's 3 false beliefs that I'm going to shatter tonight, and once I shatter them, there is no excuse but to get involved in the 4% Success Challenge. Okay, for $3,000. Now, I'll give you a little hint. It's not gonna be $3,000. Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind when this is all over. Okay, so are you with me? You excited? I'm excited to be here, as you can tell. Maybe a little bit too much coffee here, but it's all good. Okay. So, how do you become a powerhouse online marketer, affiliate entrepreneur, powerhouse affiliate entrepreneur without the pain of having to create a plan? How do you do that? 4% Success Challenge. That's it. It's all there, right? That's what you have to do. Okay. The 4% Success Challenge has the plan. It has everything you need to know. Vic Stryzius, who's the owner and founder of 4% Success Challenge, he's done everything. Okay. He has made the mistakes. He's been in for 15 years. He has taken everything he's learned in 15 years and put it into the 4% Success Challenge so that me and you don't have to make those mistakes. He's made them already. He went from zero to lots of money to back to zero, then lots of money. Okay, he's done all that, and now he's teaching us how to do it. Right. So I'm ahead of you in terms of I'm 6 months ahead of you. Hopefully I'll only be 6 months ahead of you. I started actually 6 months and 4 days before you. Okay, you join tonight. You're gonna be a step ahead of the game tomorrow. You're gonna go into tomorrow. Excited for the work week. Excited for what you're doing. Hey, listen, I'm not someone who wants to quit their job. I love my job. I love my career. This is something I'm doing as an extra thing, and it's something I'm passionate about, obviously. But if you want to quit your job, here we are, right? Here we are. And we'll talk about what all these things are that we're going to be doing. Okay. So false belief number 1, it's too hard. Now, what I just said was that Vic has figured everything out. He's done all these things. He's made all the mistakes. He has created this program so that we don't have to figure everything out, right? He gives us the tools and shows us the strategies about how to use it. We have to figure out how to use them because if you don't use, you don't learn, right? He's not going to give us everything, but ultimately, if you don't use the tools that he's showing us or showing you, then you're never going to make it, right? Because you have to be able to use those tools. So he's figured out, and the challenge is amazing. He's figured out a way to say, here you go, here's all the tools, here's how to use them. Now go out and do it. Okay. And that's where I am. And I absolutely love it. Okay. So that's number 1. It's not hard. Okay. It's hard work. There is work involved. Okay. Like anything. But if you're trying to make money, there's work involved in it. Am I correct? Right. In any new skill. Okay. I've been through 16 years I went through kindergarten through senior year, right? That's 16 years of school. And then after I finished cycling across around the country, I went through another 16 years of school, right? I got my second bachelor's degree, I got 2 master's degree, and a doctorate from an Ivy League university, and that was hard work, right? That was hard work. The only reason that this is hard for me is because money's attached to it. And that's why that investment that we're talking about, that investment is so important. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But ultimately, that idea that it's really, really hard and I can't do it, and it's in computers, and I don't know how to use the different programs and stuff. It's not hard. There's some tutorials that you go through. YouTube has a gazillion. I mean, you can find out anything on YouTube. It's the second most popular search engine next to Google, YouTube, and it's going to take over. Because you know what? I would rather watch a video of someone on YouTube telling me how to do something, showing me how to do it, than read about it. That's why my blogs are so short, because I know people don't want to sit and read. So I make it 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes max in terms of a read. Sorry, this flies. 2 to 3 minutes max in terms of a nice read for someone, and it's over. Right? Move on. That's the plan. I'm going to try to keep this short. It's 10 after 6. We'll probably be 30 to 60. 30 to 45 minutes, I would say, for our experience here. Second thing, it's too much money. $3,000, too much money. It's a lot of money. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's a lot of money. And so when we think about that, that it is what it is, right? It's a lot of money. Now, what we're going to talk about is how that money comes into play, okay? $3,000, the $3,000 product that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you how it works and how you make it with the $3,000 product. Guess how much it actually is worth, okay? Besides Vic's entire life, right? $23,482. 23 grand. You ready to spend that? You don't have to. $3,000. And it's not even gonna be that, but I'm gonna tell you what, at the end of you have to wait till the end of the webinar here. Okay, so that's where we are. Okay, $3,000. It sounds like a lot of money. I'm gonna show you how little it is compared to what you get. Okay, in terms of this success challenge. And then finally, no one makes any money. Nope, not correct. You will see thousands, well, maybe not thousands, but hundreds and hundreds of people who have made money, a lot of money, like significant, life-changing, career-altering, job-getting out of money with this program, okay, and only this program. And the other night, there was a gentleman on 4% TV, which again, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know that 4% TV is a live show that Vic does Monday nights at 8. He had a gentleman named Sids on. Now, Sids was, his name is Siddharth. He's from India. And he went to college, dropped out of college, just like Vic. Dropped out of college, went into the music industry, created a business, but then he didn't create the business, got into business, lost his job. Then he created his own business. And then he realized that he went from having one boss to 35 bosses, because he was like not a consultant, an agent, right? So he had 35 people he was working for, and he was like, this is not what I wanted. This is the one I wanted. So he spent 9 years trying to figure out the online space, and then guess what happened when he found the 4% Success Challenge? 3 months, he was done. He caught the bug. It was all good. He knew he had some experience prior. Okay, that's what it's a little bit different for Sids. He had 10 years of experience prior, but from Success Challenge on, okay, in the next year, he made it to the point where I don't know if it was in the next year, but he's now he's no longer working. He worked for himself. He's no longer working for anybody. He quit his job. Several people like that, okay, and you'll hear about them with Vic. Vic interviews those people a lot, and it's really, really fun to hear their stories and think about, like, man, what an experience that must have been. Okay, so that's those three beliefs. Okay, it's really hard, it's a lot of money, and no one actually makes it. All of them. If I can shatter all of those beliefs, you got to do it. right? You have to do this because you've been interested. I have people that have been opening my emails and looking at my stuff since February or March when I started, my traffic, running my traffic, right? They're still waiting, and you got to get in, man. You're 6 months behind. That's the thing. You if you get in tonight, you're closer to your milestones. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go from here. So now I tested this out. Hopefully everything's all good. It says we're getting a sharing response. So you look here. This is Vic. I'm literally scrolling my screen right now. So hopefully I'm in the upper right hand of your screen. But this is Vic's story. Now I'm not going to play it, but how I raised myself from zero to making $11,506 per day in affiliate art and marketing, selling other people's products. You don't have any overhead. You don't have any people to pay. You don't have to pay anybody's health insurance. You don't have to pay anything. You pay for marketing, right? And all that comes back. And once you've if you spend $100 on Facebook ads and you get $200 back, that's $100 profit right there. And then you just keep going. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So zoom. We'll go down. All right. So for the core training, this is what I'm going to talk about for the most part. So the core training, this is 30 sessions. Okay. Now it's not build, but it's a lot of it feels like at the beginning, I thought that this was a 30-day process. Okay. A 30-day training system. It's not. I'll be honest. It's not. And I'm glad it's not. Like I got to the point where I couldn't wait. So this is I did all this when my kids were in bed, and I would hang out with my wife for a little while, and then I would go to 4%, and I would start watching the videos and implementing. This is extremely important. You cannot miss this. You have to implement everything Vic tells you. If you just watch the stuff, it's not going to do you any good. Okay, you have to implement what he's showing you, what he's telling you. Okay, so I went in and I got I would do it at night. I did it from 9:30, 10 o'clock at night until 1 o'clock in the morning. I get up, go to work at 7, be at work at 7, and I just put myself through it. It is what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do. And part of me was like, do these people that are doing this, do they have jobs? And maybe they don't. I don't know, but I do. Excuse me 1 second. So I'm running 2 jobs. That's fine. I've run 2 jobs before. I've run 3 jobs before. No big deal. Okay. So the thing is, okay, the within 30 sessions, the job that Vic has set himself out to do is to get you from $0 making money online, which is where I was. Okay. Now I've got a few sales under my belt. $0 online to $10,000 in commissions, not sales. We're not talking about sales. We're talking about commissions. $10,000 earned for you in your pocket at the end of the 30 session piece. Okay, not 30 days. Don't get me wrong. It's not 30 days unless you don't have a job and you can work this work this every day. Then great. But ultimately, that's the thing. After 30 sessions, $10,000. Okay. Now, during the sessions, you see this this $1 million conversion model. This is mine. Okay. Now, Vic said, I think in the second or third, whenever this came out, whenever this comes in the training, he said, print it out, get it laminated, live it. So guess what I did? Got it laminated, and I'm living it. Okay. He said in the first session, he says, get goals done. Okay. And he had a little printout of goals. But the big thing is that you write them down. You have to write them down. Okay. So guess what I did? Wrote them down. Right. I didn't use his thing because you know what? I thought I asked my daughter to make me index cards, drawings on index cards. They mean more to me than his thing. So I wrote my goals down. They're audacious. They're ridiculous. But these are my goals. These are the things that I envision every day. Every day. I'm down. I have these next to my bed. I read them. Next to my bed, and every morning when I get up, and then I have them in my shirt pocket during the day. So these do not leave my side very often, and really at all. And I make them, and I read them, and it reminds me of what I'm working towards. Okay, and this one is my like sort of temporary goal. Okay, and so I have this because I have little goals that I want to make, and they help me succeed. That's kind of my own little thing, but they help me succeed. So now this here is a guy's business card. I went, and one of the things that I thought of, and then Vic said the same thing like a day later. But I thought to go. I love Range Rovers, so I went to a Range Rover dealership here where I live, and I test drove a Range Rover. Now, I have no intention right now of buying a Range Rover, but I went and did it, and it was awesome. And now I'm like obsessed with Range Rovers, so I'm really excited. And the thing is that I can envision, and I know that someday, if I choose to buy a Range Rover, then I'll be able to choose that. Isn't that incredible? 6 months ago, I never would have dreamed of it. Okay, but now I know it's just a matter of when and if I choose to buy it. Right? Like, I'm not a car guy. I really couldn't care less about cars. I drive a Dodge Dart right now. I love my car. It's done a lot for me. I drove back and forth to Philadelphia once a week at least while I was in my doctoral program. I'm not a car guy, right? But I have the option. Right? I have the option. When it comes to me, when I get to that point, I can say, you know what? I don't think I want to spend $60,000 on a car. I think I'd rather spend it on my family. I'd rather spend it on several vacations or whatever. Okay, that's an incredible feeling, and that's what the challenge gives you. Okay, because I will say that 80%. Okay, 80% of the training has to do with your mindset. It's all about your mindset. 20% of the training is skills that you need to learn. Very important skills, technical skills, all those things. Very, very important. No, don't get me wrong. But the mindset is where I am. I would have quit this thing a long time ago if I was just worried about skills. But I've stuck with it because my mind has changed. I know that this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. It doesn't even like enter my mind to quit. There is no quitting. They say it's kind of like there's no such thing as quitting. You can't quit because I'm too involved in it. I'm too excited about it. I've got my fingers in too many things, and I've seen what I can do. All this stuff is going to happen because of the things that I've implemented. So it's just a matter of time about when they get to happen. So that's where I am. So I'm driving by open houses and being like, I'm going to go in and look at that house. And that's a $700,000 house. 6 months ago, I couldn't have done that. I would have never gone into a $700,000 house, which would have just made me feel bad. Now I'm actually shopping for one, right? Or whatever the whatever the amount is. That's what this does, right? So it changes your mindset. You have to think about it. George Bernard Shaw, he said that it's something to the effect of people are always blaming their circumstances for where they are. He said, I don't believe in circumstances. The people who make it in this world are the people who look for the circumstances they want, and if they don't find them, they make them. Make your circumstances. You with me? That's where I am. I am making everything. I am recreating this entire thing. Everything I do in my life, I've recreated in the past 6 months. I talk to my kids differently. I talk to myself differently. I work with my wife differently. I'm a better husband. I'm a better father. I'm a better person. I'm a better me, right? Because of all these things that I see and all the things that I know I can do. So this is the core training, okay? It's 30 sessions. Right, and the cool thing is that you're coming in, when you come in tonight, this is being optimized right now by Vic. So this is the 4th version of the Success Challenge. So Vic is going through this thing with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that it's all optimized for you. And one of the things he's brought in is a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. Okay, this is a book by a plastic surgeon, if you can believe it, a plastic surgeon. And what he figured out was that when people came in to get plastic surgery, often they would get plastic surgery, right? They would have maybe they would get their nose fixed, or they had a big scar on their face, something that they, they wanted to get, made to look nicer. Okay, he would find that he can make you look as beautiful as you want, but if you don't have it in here, you're still thinking that you have the bad nose that you went in with, or you're still thinking that you have that scar that you went in with, right? Because your mindset hasn't changed. You're reacting to people as if they're still reacting to you with the problematic nose if that's what the problem was, or if you had that scar. Okay, so this book it's absolutely incredible. And one of the things, if Vic says jump, I say how high. Maxwell Maltz says jump, I say how high. He said read chapter 2. I think it was 2. He said read it. Yeah, read it 21 times, 21 days in a row. Yep, chapter 2, 21 days in a row. Did it. I understand so much better. Okay. Because I read it 21 days in a row. Because you can't understand a book like that in just one sitting. So that's what we're talking about. Okay. So the core training is it's worth that's what you're paying for, $29.97. You get the 0 to $10,000. You get your mindset. Just the mindset alone is huge. Okay. So that's a huge part of it, and then all the training. So that's and it's not hard. You have to you go through it. You implement what you're told to implement. You go you see a video, then you go and do what that video tells you to do. You see another video, then you go and do what that video tells you to do. It's not hard. It's step by step. When I was doing this, I had one screen open that Vic was talking about, and then one screen open that was in ClickMagick or GetResponse or ClickFunnels or whatever, and I was just following him along exactly what he was telling me to do. And that was it. It was all set up. Now it's like second nature to me. If I want to, I'm getting into a little technical stuff here, but like if I want to split test a new landing page, and you'll find out what that means, I can just do that without following any directions. I know how to do it, right? So it becomes ingrained in you once you practice a little bit. All right, we're going to move on. So that's the core training system. Now, here we go. Okay, so now so everything else that I talk about tonight is kind of a bonus. All right. So now, let's see. Hopefully you can see this, but so going through from the 23,482 to the 2,997. That's for the Success Challenge. 2,997. Now you're going to get for the net $997 value is the Private Offers Marketplace. Okay. What Vic has done, he's gone out and worked with companies to get products that we as 4%ers can become affiliates for. Okay, so we can say, I'm not sure, he hasn't released what the products are yet, but what we can do is become promoters of those products. And if he believes in them, they've been all checked out by Tipalti, which is a huge payment system. Like that's how I get paid through Tipalti, which is like the hardest one to get. The hardest system to get. They don't screw around with any kind of scams or anything like that. So the vesting and all that, the betting, excuse me, was really rigorous. Private Offers Marketplace, it's all there. So if you say, all right, I believe in I want to look at Instant Traffic Mastery, Instagram. Okay, you can go out and sell that product as a standalone because you're really good at Instagram. Okay. eStage is the website that we'll talk about, or that's part of the Success Challenge. So that's an important one. Okay, so that's worth zoom 997 right there. Okay, and that's not even a bonus. That's just part of the system. Okay, now go down. The Implementation Mastermind. Hey, listen up. This right here. This is huge. Okay, what Vic has done is put in so that the original Success Challenge, and I think it will be this way, is that you go from 0 to 10K, and then you go to from 10K to 100K, and from 100K to $1 million. Okay, so you have to kind of like have that in your mindset. So if for some reason by the end of 30 days, now this is not a guarantee. Okay, you have to do all the work and do all the stuff that you're supposed to do. But if you haven't by the end of 30 days gotten to $10,000, guess what he does? He puts you in an implementation mastermind so that he can look at your stuff. And then he goes and helps you with what you need to get to that $10,000. And he can tell you, like I'm struggling with some of the things I struggle with are email, making sure people are reading my emails, making sure when people click on the product that they are that they purchase, right? Those are things that they're very, very hard. The first $10,000 is really, really hard to make. And you can imagine why, because you've never done it before. right? People that come into this don't, except for like someone like Sid, he had 10 years of experience online, and then he came in this 4% success challenge and everything rung true, right? But for me, like I wasn't doing any of this stuff, and most of you probably haven't been doing this stuff. So you're coming into it blind, and yeah, you're not going to make $10,000 right off the bat, okay? And you'd be lucky if you did. So at the end of the 30 sessions, the plan is that you should be able to make $10,000 online. But if you don't, he puts you in an implementation mastermind where people help you figure out what you're doing, okay? And it's not what you're doing wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not what you're doing wrong. It's what you need to add on, what you could tweak. What are the things that you can do, okay? So I already know, like if he came to me and was like, listen, Rich, why haven't you made $10,000? Like if he was my teacher, I mean, he is my teacher, but if he came at me like, you know, with this attitude of like, you haven't been doing what I told you to do, the one thing I know he would ask me about is my website. I had such a pain. It was such a pain. It was such a pain in my life because I did it wrong. I screwed up. I screwed it up. So what happened was I tried to do the E stage. I tried to set it up through 4%, but first I tried to be cheap. I tried to do it out on my own on a free website. And because I had registered on that other website, it got all screwed up when I finally said, you know what, I can't do this, and went with the step-by-step handhold, like, here you go, this is what you do, program that is involved in the 4%. I just went and did it, and it got screwed up. It was so painful that I have not yet finished it. I have a website up, but I'm not proud of it, so I haven't released it yet. I haven't like told anyone about it yet. But that's where the implementation mastermind comes in. If you have not made $10,000 by the end of the 30 sessions, he puts you into an implementation mastermind so that you can get there and then move on. Okay, it's not just so you can get there and make your money back and be done. It's so, and not even make your money back, make almost 3 times it. It's so that you can move on to the next phase, right? So that's it. How incredible is that? It's not a guarantee, but it's as close as possible. It's as close as possible for him to be guaranteeing that. So cool. All right. So that's number one, or number two belief. It's too much money. It can't be too much money if he's making sure that you make it, right? I could ask you to spend $100,000 tonight, or invest in yourself $100,000 tonight. And you could, and if there was an implementation mastermind that said, okay, I'm going to make sure you get to $1 million. Why wouldn't you do it, right? That's a 10 times your investment. So why wouldn't you do that, right? So that's an important thing. So this idea that it's too much money, it's not. It cannot be. It simply cannot be. If he's making sure that he sticks you in a mastermind where you can make sure you've made the money, then you're there. Okay, you have to understand that. I just want to make sure there's no comments or questions here. Okay, now I'm going to go back. There we go. All right. So, the private community. So that we have a Facebook community that we all support each other. We get really excited when people make sales. We talk to each other. We talk about how we get emails open and all these different things that we're all working toward. And that's a huge help for me as part of this. So already, if I go back to my PowerPoint here, we've got $997. We've got the $10,000 implementation mastermind. That's worth $10,000 because it gets you to $10,000. Okay, and then the private community is worth $497. Oh no, excuse me. The private community, that's a bonus. This is the $499. Oh no, wait. Sorry. There's a traffic mastery class that we'll talk about. That's worth $497. So now we're going into bonuses. These are worth $8,998. Okay. The first bonus is the automated selling machine. It's valued at $1997. Okay. $1997. So that takes us $16,488. This is worth. Okay. And I'm trying. What I'm trying to do is show you how we get to the $23,482 number. So that's where the bonus number one, the automated selling machine. This basically is the way that is the exact method that Vic used to start making a killing online. The automated selling machine. That's what it is. Just that. It's a 3-page funnel that is shared with you. You learn how to build it, and you promote your product with it. You promote 4% Success Challenge. You promote any other product you want online, whether it be ClickBank, other products, and you or the products from the 4% the private offers series, and it's right there. Okay, that's huge. Second one, promotional partner. Okay, I'm a proud promotional partner of the 4% Success Challenge. Now, $1,497. Okay, and it's all inside the cost. Okay, $1,497. Now, the reason that this is so important, the reason the partnership, the promotional partners is so important. We have a meeting with Vic every Wednesday where he walks us through what we're doing with numbers, how the numbers are doing with sales, how we're, different things that he's seeing that we're doing that we could be doing better, different things that he's seeing that we're doing awesome at. This is just, it's a mastermind group for all of us to get together. So we see each other. I feel like I know these people. I know people from India, England, Australia, California, like all over the place through that I've never met. And I maybe not ever meet all of them, but someday I'll meet some of them. But this is all, it's all in this promotional partner program. So if you join the 4% Success Challenge, you can become a promotional partner and start learning from Vic once a week, like privately, not privately, but like within this promotional partnership program. So that's $1,497 right there. And that's a bonus. Then there's a mass traffic blueprint. Okay. Vic is the master at getting traffic to your website. Okay. So what traffic means, traffic to your offer, excuse me. What traffic means is it's the same thing as a store, right? Location, location, location. If you're trying to sell, kids' shoes, right? You want to be smack dab in the middle of that shopping center, right? Because you want to make sure that people are walking by your store. Okay, that's basically what has to happen. Is you have to make sure that whoever however traffic is getting past your offer and seeing your offer, he knows how to do that. He is probably the best in the world at making sure people get to your landing page, your website, your offer, to ensure that they are that they purchase, that they get in and purchase what you're trying to sell. Okay, so that's a huge thing. That's $497. So now we're at that's wrong. Where's the four? Oh, there's the $497 right here. $497. I got the bonuses and stuff mixed up. That's right. And then you have the multiple streams of income. Okay, now this is a really cool part about 4% Success Challenge, because the multiple streams of income are, when you join the 4% Success Challenge, you need tools, right? Everyone needs tools. So you're going to need ClickFunnels, you're going to need GetResponse, you're going to need ClickMagic, okay? And all those are monthly tools that you have to buy, that you have to invest in, okay? But when you go into when you go into those programs, you can become an affiliate for those programs. So when someone else joins the 4% Success Challenge from your offer, then they have to do it, and you get a commission on that. And that's a monthly commission. Okay, so that does not end unless someone drops out, which I don't know how they would. You're in that. Okay, so that's a $5,000 value, all for free. Okay, so that's how we get. And then there's the private group, the $500 group. Okay, and that was the one up here. Okay, now so is it really hard? Absolutely not. It's not easy. I'm not telling you it's easy, but it's not hard. Okay, it's work. It's stuff that you have to do to make sure that you get what you need to out of your investment. Okay, is it too much money? I don't know. $23,000 compared to $3,000? I'll go with the $3,000 if I'm getting $23,000 worth of stuff, which clearly I am. Okay, clearly I'm getting $23,000 worth of stuff for $3,000. Absolutely. What, are you kidding me? Okay, so there we go. So that now, does anyone actually make money? Let's see. Let's see how these. Let's see. Here's some reviews. Okay, lessons. Great lessons. This is Sis. This is the guy that quit his job. Okay, listen to what he did. From zero to first 25,000 in just 90 days. Okay, he went 9 years trying to make it online, and then in 90 days after getting in the Success Challenge, he's at $25,000. Now he's got his experience, right? But in 90 days, he was able to do it. He was like puttering around, trying to figure it out, and then he got to 4% Success Challenge, and next thing you know, $25,000 in 90 days. Okay. One Success Challenge member, Sid, started from scratch and earned over $25,000 in commissions in his first 90 days simply by selling other people's products as an affiliate. He then went on to earn over $100,000 in the next 9 months and changed his life forever. Okay. Amazing. Okay. And I'll have this sales page, I call it a fact sheet, at the bottom of when I put this up on YouTube to share. Okay. This is another student. She's, her life has been changed. And there's all kinds of, testimonials. Okay. Marvin, Benny, Luquan, Mimi. I get emails from Luquan all the time, and Luquan, and he's just killing it. Paulo, he's very popular in the community. 0 to 10,000 is easy if you use a 4% system and follow Vic Stryzers. We're talking about systems, okay? Vic always says, people fail, systems succeed. People fail, systems succeed. So you follow the system, you follow everything that's in place. He says jump, you say how high, then you're gonna make it, okay? This is an MSI, Morrison Publishing Company. Pete Katchev, he's killing it. He's made, now you invest, if you were to invest in Morrison Publishing, that's part of what comes in. It's we get it for $1,000. It's usually $1,500. If 2 people that you bring into the Success Challenge, if 2 people make it in and do and purchase the Morrison Publishing, that means you get $500 back. So you spend $1,000, and then for the rest of your life, if someone joins the Morrison Publishing Company, you get $500 back. Okay, so you think that's worth it? Pete's got $2,500 here going. So that means he sold five. Okay, so he made it back. Purushottam, he's the man. I love this guy. He's a good friend of mine from India. 4%. David Kilby, this dude, he just started like a year ago. Okay, he's got a ton of sales. Okay, and it's risk free. Okay. It's 30 days. You get a full refund, no questions asked. Now, what I was talking about was 2,997, that number right there. Now, and I told you, if you stay to the end, you're not going to pay that, right? Okay. So here's the Success Challenge. Okay. What are you going to do to get started? Here's that number. Here's all those things I was talking to you about on the right-hand side of your screen. Okay. That's the same calculations I did. 29.97, total value, 23,482. Yours today for 197. 197, and then monthly recurring 197. Okay, or you can go lifetime for 14.97. So half off the 29.97. So my suggestion: hit the lifetime right off the bat. Hit the lifetime. There's no reason to do, unless we have the 197 in there to make sure that everybody can get in. And then once you get in, then you go lifetime. You're all good. Okay, but my suggestion: hit the 14.97. Okay, so we're giving you half off of what the original price is, and then you can join it monthly at $19.97, and you can use PayPal, right? That's something we implemented because people were struggling with how they were going to pay. PayPal allows you to get this thing for 6 months with no interest. So if you purchase, even if you did the monthly for 6 months, let me see what that is, right? Excuse me, 197 times 6. Whoa, 197 times 6 equals 1182. Okay, so if you do that for 6 months, 1182, that's $1,182. That's almost the full price of the lifetime, but you can finance through PayPal. Okay, so that's huge, right? That's a huge thing that we've started. Okay, so again, 23, all this stuff, okay, worth $23,482. It's $197. Are you kidding me? $197. That's what we're talking about here. $197. So there is no way, okay, that you can argue that this is not worth it. This is all you. You've got this. Okay, $197. I talked about. Is it really hard? Does it sound really hard after I've talked about it? I don't think so. Is it too much money? $197 for all that? Plus 30-day money back guarantee, plus PayPal, which offers you 6 months interest-free credit? No. Okay? And no one actually makes money. People are quitting their jobs. Again, I don't want to. I'm not interested in quitting my job. But people are quitting their jobs because of the 4% Success Challenge. Okay? So again, going back, Going back to this, okay? All this stuff. Zero to the core training system, that's what you're paying for. And that's what you're paying $14.97 or $197 a month. That's 0 to 10K in sales. In commissions. That's money in your pocket, $10,000. That's the core training system. That's $2,997. The private offers marketplace is $997. The implementation mastermind is $10,000. That's the virtual guarantee. It's not a guarantee, but it's as close as you can get. That's where you are. $10,000. How can you go wrong? Excuse me. I'm getting all hoarse, and I know I'm over time. That's all right. We'll be all right. $497 mass traffic blueprint. Okay, Vic knows traffic. This is the guy that you have to learn traffic from. The automated selling machine, 4% promotional partner, 4% MSI ecosystem. The ecosystem pays you while you sleep. That's the whole point. You get paid while you sleep. And then you have the private community on Facebook, and then the 24/7 support. Now, listen to this. This is huge. It says priceless here. Before I joined, I called on a Sunday night. I called 4% on a Sunday night. I didn't leave a message. Because I just assumed it would be like calling Amazon and leaving a message. So I called and didn't leave a message. At 9 o'clock the next morning, I'm at work, walk in my car, somebody calls me, and it's a guy from 4%. Hey, listen, I saw that we missed your call last night. What can I help you with? They saw I missed my call. I didn't even leave a message. They just called me back. That's how good the support is. Every time you go and you look for support, and I do it right now, but I don't want to bother them because it's, I value their time so much. But like, if you go on support, they're right there, and they're saying, what can I do for you? And you can ask any question you want, anything, and they're there. And then you get you get funnels and things like that. Okay, so $197, you cannot go wrong, especially with PayPal, all this stuff. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. I hope that this was valuable for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you can see how pumped I am about this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up as a YouTube recording. At the bottom, there is a link to the 4% Success Challenge webinar, so Vic can tell you all this stuff on his own. And then there's also the sales page, the fact sheet that I was scrolling down. That's all there. And then you can just have at it. Okay. So again, $197. You cannot go wrong. The thing is worth almost $24,000 for $197. You cannot go wrong. Okay. So I will see you on the other side of the Success Challenge. Please let me know when you join so that I can bring you into the Facebook group. I can welcome you. You can email me. You have my phone number for texting and WhatsApp, whatever you need to do. You have my information if you have any questions. After this, hopefully I've answered a lot of your questions. But this is it. This is it. It's so much fun, okay? And you're gonna have such a good time. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll talk soon we'll talk either way. And I'm always happy to answer your question, but I can't wait to see you inside the Success Challenge. Have a great, great day. Thanks for watching.